What up, guys? Welcome back. This is Crossfire 5. It has probably been, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days since I made the last recording. I think this is probably episode 5 or 6, maybe 7, I'm not sure. But a lot of spicy stuff going on the screen. Pretty much non-stop. Have been keeping my queues full. Nothing really to report in Virgo where our alliance is operating. You can kind of see my queues here. Try to keep them on the same schedule, pretty much. Repopping cards for all my queues, queuing up everything, moving resources around. Let's go over this real quick. So, 3 production stations. I believe since the last time you guys saw this, I've put down at least 2, possibly 3 more stations here. So we got 1 more station that's going to be utilizing a dome, 1 station that's making another mining colony, and then another station. Maybe not. Maybe just 2 more stations here. But yeah, trying to tweak things, trying to get a little bit more labor, trying to get a little bit more resources. But that's the only update I'm going to give on those. We can go over my stack real quick. So let's go up to politics. We can unpack this, guys. So I will move my... Nope, not that one. I'll move my picture. Come on, grab that. So if you look at the bottom, you guys can see it's day 15 and 17 hours. So we are more than halfway done. Mid has kind of... the middle of the map has kind of been settled. One team obviously came out on top and is starting to take some of the objectives mid. We have 2 of the 4 objectives in Virgo. I believe Extinction has taken 2 in, or maybe 1 mid and 1 not in Draco. What is it? Aries, maybe? Let's look. Let's go look at this. Get a little reflection here. It's Tauros, I think. Tauros, they took 1. Yep. And then go back to politics. The reason I'm reviewing this is because just to kind of give you guys an update of what's happening. TGE is in Draco and CD is in Vulpecula. So that's kind of the update on where the standings are. But we've been just kind of mopping up here in Virgo, but I wanted to update. So we have decided as an alliance to kind of do better politics, and I advocated for moving against a team versus the direction that we were heading. Basically, when you look at where your stations are already positioned on the map, so you can see pretty much our entire alliance is trying to fortify Virgo. Instead of trying to go after a team that's so far and out of the way, why not instead change your tactics, clean up your sector, and then you don't got to worry about stuff. So if you have one kind of question mark at best, I believe it's in your best interest to remove a alliance that has given you a handful of excuses. So if you guys remember, there was a member here that we actually bombed out like 3, 4, 5 days ago that used to play with these guys. And so I believe they're kind of bitter about that. They said that they had wanted to have a nap with us, but I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it for a minute. I believe that as soon as our alliance, ST, decides to move onto other parts of the map and take our Fobs with us, I feel like our flank, our back is just too vulnerable here to leave somebody in sector right next to like hours flights to us. So we decided to warp 3 fobs. We have 3 fobs warping in here. So we're going to be doing some cleaning once again. The tactic that is best for in sector situations, it's always best to go after people's ice. That's just how I've always, I mean, now that I've been able to kind of tweak and brush up and perfect my thought process on playing the game is if you're this close to somebody, why not just warp on their ice? If you can take out their ice, you take out their ships. So that's just seems logical. Plus, you can capture. So if you can see this, I've been landing vision on where we're landing our fobs like the last 4 or 5 hours. So we're starting to get vision here of where we're going to be pushing. And then that allows us to see their movements. You get vision of their fobs, you get vision of their alliance station, you get vision of all their ice stations. So you can see, you can position your map and see kind of what's going on, things flying in. And then you can see what they're doing with their ships, where their ships are, all that good stuff. So a lot of intel by just dropping probes. So you can see one player is doing a bunch of scans, one player is doing some kind of Gatos play, and so maybe I will share one little snippet. So you guys said it, or I showed you guys it was day 15. So we've got intel on most of their ships. Everything in this game is public information. And so a lot of you guys that have experience with this game understand what I'm saying. And you new guys, it's something that you got to try to figure out. Everything in this game is public knowledge, meaning your ship values, where their stations are located, what build they're playing, like what faction they are. It's all public. So I will just we've got intel on where their ships are, and so when you run ops, it's good to soften things up. When you got your fobs warping in 12, 14, 9 hours, 8 hours, it's good to soften things up. So if you have consistencies with using fakes, and you got these little super spicy targets here, fobs that are full of stuff, alliance stations that are full of stuff, and you know you have superior ship numbers compared to the person you're fighting, you can assign your Gatos guys to soften up targets for you. So you've got, people that have been building up for 2 weeks that really haven't used their ships all that much. And like obviously this player could be running Viva, but if you guys understand what Viva is, this is a pure Gatos build, but with Gatos you have policies like Viva, which converts your stacks of patrols and your stacks of corvettes to 1,000 a piece instead of 800. So it just allows you to stack more ships in less amount of fleets. So better cards, better ships on them, level, all that good stuff, right? And the other real update. So when we started this Crossfire 5, I had told you guys, when I started Terran, I was playing Terran up until about 12 hours ago. I had a free. So when I first started playing this game back in alpha, part of when you go, I believe it's tasks, and you got your welcome rewards. So your welcome rewards, you get actually it's not in here anymore. I don't know where I got it from, but I believe somewhere, maybe it was for beta, when beta was released, I got a free clean slate. Whatever it was, I got a free clean slate, meaning I could swap my faction. So obviously, you guys can find the clean slate cards in the store. But I started out Terran. Now I am Zyok. We're no longer going over the economy stuff. We're just gonna be fighting. So I'm showing you guys kind of the pre-planning a little bit, getting vision, kind of seeing what they do. Seeing movements, and then our preparation of, we don't. You don't have to send stuff to the fobs until they actually jump. I'm just sitting here. So I'll kind of go over my stack real quick. So currently we'll go to politics and we'll go to rankings. So in terms of Navy points, we're second. One of our team members is first. Guy I've played with for a long time. And I've kind of stopped focusing on my build points. And I've been focusing on just my Navy, getting up and making sure that my carriers are always pumping and my heavies are always pumping. So second place, not too bad. And then just refocusing on taking ice. If you have a 7-point carrier pumping combo with your CSA, you also need a lot of ice. So that's why I kind of focused on, I have so far 3 domes, 1 dome, 2 dome, 3 domes. And there's so many more spots in here. If somehow I don't lose my stack anytime soon, I'm going to need to take more ice, way more ice. But we'll go over kind of what I'm sitting on right now. So all the ships that I have right now on my screen are ones that I've built. So right now we are sitting on, in our hangars, another 400 of frigates and another 100 carriers. So we are sitting on 1,100 carriers. And so you see this, we've got 18 stacks of heavies, 19 stacks of heavies, a stack of gunships, and 5.5 carriers. And so I have enough labor to fleet everything up. Plus, this is just another layer of this game I wanted to share, because I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. It's not my goal for this. Is as soon as probably the most important thing, instead of building your guys' fobs first, you guys need to build your alliance station first. Why do you want your alliance station first? Is because you want to start making carriers. It unlocks a certain day, okay? Like the building for your Federal Armory 2, I believe, it unlocks a certain day and it allows you to make capitals. So just focusing on this, getting somebody that's close by that's going to fill it with metal and everything else, like pretty much focus metal, because you're going to be making carriers from there. One of your industrial focus kind of players, build a bunch of mining colonies here and just nonstop keep your alliance station full of metal. You're going to be able to just pump. So I ended up right now, I picked up 200 carriers from our alliance station. And so I'm going to be rolling in during this fight with probably maybe the biggest stack of ships on the server. Me and Utwin were neck and neck. I actually have a 7-point capital ship assembly and he has a 6-point capital ship assembly. So I'm outscaling him and making more carriers. So right now I'll be at 1,300 carriers. And that's what we're going to be fighting with. So not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying that this is what I'm talking about when you get you've gotten your economy online, you get your ship production online, and then you really do got to focus on, as soon as those two fundamental things are in place, you have a lot of heavies You're making a lot of heavies. You're making a lot of carriers. Then you got to focus on ice. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, it's day 15. You guys aren't going to see these videos anytime soon. But I'm sharing where I am at in this playthrough. And now you guys got to kind of see, instead of me playing solo, you get to kind of see us play, you know, as a team. So I'm not sure if I'm going to record when all 3 of our fobs warp in here and start blowing everything up. But we will see. We will see. As soon as they warp, I will see what time of the day it is, if I have time to record all that good stuff. All right, guys. So the only other real update is, like I said, we're just finishing up getting Virgo cleared out. And, you know, we have 4 fobs. So fobs have been warping around just like we had, you know, we were here. You know, you can see now. I think it was here. Let me look at this real quick. Here, I think we were here. Let me look at this. Oh, no, maybe we're here. Yeah, it might have been right here where we landed. Yeah, I think it was right here. We took out the free guys, and now we're starting to resettle some of the moon positions and starting to clear out other issues in our sector. So till next time, guys, this is Gambler. I know it's a little bit short, but there's nothing really to I feel like I have to report other than, you know, allow yourself to zoom out, see what's going on around the map, be able to like all the politics stuff is easy stuff. Looking at your overview, seeing and just allowing yourself to have a plan. There's 14 days, meaning a fob jump is 16 hours. So we've got about 20 or so jumps with all 4 of our fobs to interact with the map, plus pushing mid. So we have a lot more to go on here. So as soon as we finish up, see how fighting this team goes. As soon if we can wrap this up in a day, get most of the shit bombed out, and start removing a lot of these stations. We will be refocusing and pushing another spot on the map and starting to get our GTs up. We'll get all 4 of them in Virgo, and we will start pushing on a different front. So I will keep that information to myself until the next one, or until we start making no videos. Till next time, guys, this is Gambler, guys. Peace out later.